The oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear, and the oldest and strongest kind of fear is fear of the unknown. You're listening to 1001 Cthulhian Nights.
Hi, I'm Joe Stinson, and I'm playing the private detective Jack Ripley.
This is Phil Kaiser. I play Detective Logan Harker, Chicago PD.
Hi, I'm Dale Robbins, and I play the intrepid reporter Constance Nichols.
And I'm Trevor, your keeper for this evening. I hope you enjoy the show.
The next morning. So the streets of Bennington are now buzzing with news and gossip about a gunfight last night on the edge of the forest. There is talk of police cars, sirens, shotgun blasts, and escaped kidnappers. The locals are saying 3 gangsters were killed and 2 police officers were shot. Some say wounded, others say dead. Posters are going up across town saying that the sheriff is organizing a manhunt to find Lucas Strong's missing daughter and catch the escaped gangsters. Everyone in town is invited to the meeting at the police station. Rumor has it that Mr. Strong has announced a $5,000 reward for the safe return of his daughter and is willing to pay anyone who can aid in her rescue.
Wow. Looks like we're going to have some work.
Uh,
It's not the paranormal work we're after, but hey.
Parabnormal?
Hard luck, it'll lead to it, though.
Weird shit.
So, normal human bullshittery.
Okay, my friend, I'm going to say this to you once. Just once. You need to get over this mental block of yours before whatever we find kills you.
Kind of hard to do that, pat. And then goes to his bunk and goes, pat. Anyway, we should probably get in touch with Sheriff Jenkins before he's completely flooded by half the town.
Yep. All right. So we head
Too late.
to the trip to the police station. Talk to the sheriff or the sheriff's office.
I'm also writing down $5,000. That's a shitload of money for 1925.
Yeah, we're splitting it 3 ways. Possibly 4 if Pete shows up.
Yeah. 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for me. 1 for you, 2 for you, 2 for you, 1, 2 for me. 3 for you, 3 for you.
No, that's not how this works.
No, nice try.
Anyway, so you guys get to the police station roughly, I want to say 10 a.m.
Okay.
You guys have had enough time to get up, have coffee,
comb hair, shave,
get ready for the day.
shit, shower, and shave. The 3 S's.
You get to the police station, and it's kind of like a town meeting, but set up outside. There's a small stage set up, mostly just to give Sheriff Jenkins, the right authority that he is owed in order to, talk to the rest of the city.
We try and get to the sheriff before the meeting starts up.
Well, I mean,
We do want to tell him we're here, at the very least.
I figure we should probably wait till after he's done with his.
Well,
his
after he's
civic
done,
duty.
he'll be covered with questions. If we can do it now.
No, if we wait, we can have him in private. I prefer to discuss this stuff in private, because that way, no ears.
Whatever, fine.
Yeah, I don't want the townsfolk snooping in, finding out that, the 3 cardboard cutout 4 people who just came into town.
5. Tyler.
3 people and 2 cardboard cutouts that just came in.
Redacted. Anyway.
That just came into town are talking with the sheriff in public. That seems pretty fishy, considering if what happened last night is at any way true. I don't want to add any more suspicion on this man's shoulders.
Okay.
Especially if he's town sheriff. Sheriffs work hard.
Alright, whatever.
Some of them. Anyway.
Sure. So, So there are kind of people getting things set up. There are definitely gatherings of various friends, a lot of chit-chatting, a lot of hearsay about what possibly could have gone down. But Sheriff Jenkins, he's a stockier man. Sure, a little bit rounder in the tummy area. But he is athletic. for the most part. You wouldn't say that he is fat or.
But he is shapes.
He is he is shapes. Anyway,
That perfect orb, front ass.
front ass. But he is athletic, but he's getting a little bit bigger now that he's sheriff, or he's been sheriff for a while, I should say. Short, medium brown hair, no glasses, but he is dressed in blues. And over the next course of about, I want to say a good 20, 30 minutes, he's going to address everybody. He talks about how Sidney Harris and his gang, what you can derive as local thugs. The Sidney Harris and his gang have kidnapped Jane Strong, daughter of Lucas Strong, and you guys can figure out who he is later.
Jane was her name?
Jane, yep, Jane. He also goes over that Harris has demanded a ransom of $10,000 for Jane's return, and he kind of goes into a little bit more detail. The ransom was already, the ransom was arranged, it was put together. It went smoothly until Harris and his men grew twitchy and started shooting. They got a bit of an itchy trigger finger and started shooting without any cause or essentially without any cause or abrupt nature to make them start. So chaos ensued on both sides. After shooting 2 police officers, Harris and one other member of his gang got away with the ransom money. The escapees have fled back into the forest where they believed to be holding Jane. They think they have a cabin somewhere out in the woods where they are currently holding the hostage. And that Lucas Strong is willing to offer personally, is offering the $25 per day to anyone who joins the hunt. He adds that he would also consider it a real kindness if Harris's dead body were to be found or brought back. He reiterates the message on the posters seen around town that he's willing to pay anyone who is willing to help, man or woman, black or white, I don't care. Just bring my little girl home and you will be paid.
All right.
So yeah, so this
How old is this girl?
Jane is 16. You're essentially looking for a 16-year-old girl in the woods, being held by gangsters or mobsters or whatever.
I lean over to Constance and I go, "We're gonna find her. That's for damn sure."
I nod. Constance thinking in the back of her head, it's like, yeah, that doesn't sound unsavory at all. 16-year-old girl getting kidnapped by gangsters.
Think the possible motive could be personal? Something between Harris and Strong?
Could be, or it could be just as simple as greed, money. This Strong guy sounds like he's a big player around here.
I don't know. Harris... got a nagging feeling in my gut that seems a bit more personal than it is. You go after a man, you go after his business. You don't go after his family until something becomes personal.
I don't know. From what I've seen, a man will pay anything to get his blood back.
No, I'm talking about Harris going after the daughter.
Yeah.
I speak from my perspective. The Chicago ways: you whack a man, you whack him back. You attack a man's business, you hit this man's business. You don't touch his family until it becomes personal.
Things are different in New York. All right.
I don't know. A lot of terrible people just being terrible people. But I suppose we could ask the sheriff here.
Yep.
I don't want to bother Lucas or Mr. Strong quite yet. He's probably not doing too well and probably not thinking right. Someone's got
That's
his
the
daughter.
perfect time to bother him.
Nah. I'd rather talk
He
to
won't be thinking about lying then.
How about this? We'll split up. You could talk to the father. Constance and I could probably talk to the sheriff.
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right. Well, no, I want to be there to talk to the sheriff too.
I figure we can cover more ground, seeing as both them are right there. We go to one, you go to the other.
All right, fine.
It looks better if not as many of us talk to the Father. Besides, you can always just toss us in on the side, like, hey, me and my associates, yada yada.
We could even do this one step further. While you talk to the sheriff, I could be chatting up the locals. They're not going to think too much about a dame being gossipy.
That's true.
While the men are doing the actual legwork.
That's very true.
All right.
It's a good plan, Constance.
All right, we'll split up. Go team.
Okay. Let's see. We'll do Constance first. Can you, Constance, roll me a... Are you actually talking to them, or are you kind of just listening in for word of mouth?
Doing a little bit of both.
Okay.
Try to get a solid ground from which to act like I'm a gossip hen.
Sure.
And then stepping into safe conversations.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Ask me about my wiener.
Well, just make me a listen check.
I will do that.
That'll just be easier.
40. Okay.
Shape round is a shape.
Ah, that's great.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oops.
That's okay.
Remember, we still have our mulligans.
You do
but,
have your mulligan for the night if you would like.
Okay, let's
to
try
use
that again then.
Oh,
Nope.
okay. No.
it. Worse. Okay, so yeah, word of mouth and attempting to be a gossip hen with these people is not really working. You get tidbits. Okay. Common knowledge. Common knowledge being that there's, besides, hunters kind of knowing where things might be in the woods. They have some pretty good stories if you want to check in with them. Maybe they might have some information on possible locations, but outside of that, not a whole hell of a lot.
Right.
Yeah, you don't get much information. Like I said, you get common knowledge, which is hunting parties probably know where some shit is.
There's another route I could try too. Once I realize that listening in on conversations isn't really netting me much and I don't have any sort of groundwork to work with.
Sure.
Is there a local newspaper in this town or anything that passes as one? I know it's a small town, so they may not rely on anything more than the newspaper from the next nearest metro, but...
Sure. Actually, there is a newspaper. It's called the Bennington Banner. You can definitely go look in there.
Yeah, I'll step in and ask if there's any way I can go over the archives.
Absolutely.
Research project.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably have fun with the concept of a girl trying to do academic work, but we'll roll with this.
We'll roll with it. Okay, sure. So there are numerous articles in the archives going back to the Civil War about the forest being used as a hideout for fugitives trying to evade conscription into the Union Army. Many are believed to have fled to the Canadian border. More recent articles describe Strong's plan for the reservoir, and the fact that he has recently sent out a geological team to survey for precious minerals in what will become the reservoir's bed. That's pretty much that's all the information that you can get from the archives of the newspaper, mostly covering Strong's reservoir plans, rumors, or maybe technically some proof that he's actually sent out teams to survey for precious minerals.
That at least gives me something to go back to the boy.
You definitely have something besides, hunting parties may know the locations of cabins and shit.
I'm I may try to hit them up too while you move on to the others.
Sure, absolutely. If you want to roll, I wouldn't say listen. Let's go with either persuade, charm, or fast talk. Something social.
Fast talk or what?
Persuade, fast talk, or charm.
Let's go with charm.
I mean, you are a woman.
And that's one of my higher skills too.
I mean,
Whoa!
nice. Barely, but nice. Okay, so
A success.
kind
is a success?
of charm, a little bit of a charm in the pants off of some people. You know that there is, from the hunters, I should say. You know that there are a couple cabins out in the forest. One is roughly somewhere in between 15 and 20 miles into the forest. Another one is going to be about 25 miles into the forest. But the one that's roughly about 15 to 20 is known for being is essentially like a local legend of being a hideout for essentially people trying to not be enlisted in the Union. Yeah, people trying to hide and get to the Canadian border as fast as they can. They mostly use this cabin as a lay low.
Well, it's something for the lot of us to go and investigate.
Absolutely. Okay, so that's Jack the Hill. Phil.
Okay.
So you are talking to Sheriff Jenkins, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Okay. He's as of right now, he's kind of like he's had like several conversations going on with people that are like anything we can do, Sheriff, just let us know. You also overhear as you approach him, him talking about search parties and how people can sign up with that, and that there'll be groups and more things more towards the volunteering and the search party. And here we're going to have, you can get information at the booth about what grid you're going to be searching, yada yada yada, shit like that. So as you approach,
I approach him and I take my cap off and I go, Sheriff, I'm Logan Harker. Come from been sent, me and my associates who aren't currently here right now. They're investigating on their own. We're here we're here from SotRU.
never heard of him.
I'd like to do the Call of Cthulhu version of an insight check. The bullshit check.
Let's see. I want to say it's psychology.
Alrighty, well, let's see. Ooh, maybe. Wait, no. Well, maybe within spending a luck point or two, depending on how well I do on this. Yeah, I don't want to do that quite yet.
Yeah, I would say history. Or I would say psychology.
Ooh, do I use my mulligan this early?
Up to you. I'll go see if there's actually any skills in the investigator's book that you guys can actually use for that thing. Because there's a lot of empty spaces. Sorry, bet.
Oh, gotcha.
Alright,
well,
there is one there is a skill I know I can create. Assessed honesty.
The bullshit meter.
The bullshit meter. So,
okay. Well, as it stands, I don't want to burn my mulligan.
Sure,
for
absolutely.
This one.
Nope, that is. You don't have to.
Doesn't feel like it's
worth it.
Yeah.
At the moment. Sure. Okay.
So after hearing that, I go, oh well. I'm a detective, or retired detective, and I'm here to help with your investigation on a more professional level.
Well, as of right now, this is my most pressing.
Do you mind talking in private?
Absolutely. Alright, so what can I do for you, detective?
I'm assuming we're like in his office or
Oh,
something
yeah,
like that.
you'd be off in like some sort of closed room.
Yeah. So,
What can I do for you, though, detective?
The group that I represent.
So true.
Yes.
Okay.
We investigate strange occurrences.
So wackos.
Yeah, just bad people, but usually there's like an air of hocus pocus to it.
Weird.
Overheard through the crowd that this and he pulls out his notebook.
Yeah.
Sidney Harris, his men.
Yeah. Local gang.
Yeah.
Had problems with them in the past.
That they got a bit jumpy, a lot faster than they probably should have.
Yeah, everything was going so well. We actually thought, get a hitch. Fine, we'll pay him the money, but we gotta get Lucas's daughter back.
Now, last night, were you there or?
Yeah, I was there.
Okay.
He withdraws a little bit, but then comes back to you. You physically see it on his face. Like he kind of gets lost in the moment a little bit, but then he shakes it off and he's present in the conversation.
Now, what I remember from last night, was it kind of
a couple shots of gunfire, then a lot of gunfire, and then silence.
Was the weather still kind of warm?
It would be warmer. Yeah,
Okay.
it'd be warmer. It's not really a cool evening.
Okay.
But it would be warmer. Correct.
So, I overheard this. I heard a pair of gunshots and then a lot of gunshots.
That's when things got crazy.
Who shot first?
Harris.
So, Harris shot first.
Harris shot first. We're in calm talkings. Yeah, over a great distance because nobody wants to. At that moment, don't want to get too terribly close, make people uneasy. But
I know of a few Italian goodbyes, if you know what I mean. From Chicago way.
Correct.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Negotiations were going fine.
And just all of a sudden,
and then all of a sudden, somebody, I don't know, if like a twig snapped.
Hello.
Hi,
Mom.
Hello.
Hi, Dale.
I don't know if a twig snapped or something, but something definitely spooked him. To the point where, lead flew. Got two of my offices down in the hospital right now. No, they're not dead, thank God. But
which hospital was that?
Bennington General.
Alrighty. The only other thing I could think about asking would be now this Lucas Strong.
Yeah. Big wig. He's currently the one making the reservoir.
Yeah. Do you know if him and Harris have a history?
Not to my knowledge, no. I haven't known Lucas too terribly long. Long enough to know that he's got deep pockets, but
okay,
not really much of a history as far as I know.
Cause not gonna lie to you. Last starts pulling out flask.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I was involved with a rather rich individual takes a sip.
Nicely done. I appreciate you playing to the flaw.
We ran into some pretty strange occurrences. A few missing people and some murders.
We haven't had a murder here
since last night.
Well, last night, yeah.
Because some real strange things started happening. Now, I determined it to be just a bunch of cats and some chemicals that were in the air that were making people going crazy, but we never actually found the perp who did it.
Got it.
But I know this is starting to ring a little similar to what's happening before.
Cats now?
Out of character.
You gave up the goats?
No, it was the goats that made the screaming. I said it was a mountain lion that attacked your face, and that's what was killing goats or mountain lions.
Sure.
Well, at least that's how he justifies it.
Mm-hmm.
That's his story, and he's gonna blindly stick to it.
Back in character.
But it's starting to seem like, happening once is a strange occurrence. Twice sounds like suspicion.
Sums of a pattern.
So, can lend my services. I also
Absolutely. We can always take more. Take more volunteers to search. A lot of forest to go over.
Well, I try to stick away from the forest as much as possible. I'm more of an urban man, if you know what I mean.
Well, unfortunately, it's mostly woods in this place.
Yeah, well, if it can't be avoided.
Like I said, we'll happily take you. Could always use somebody who actually knows what they're looking for.
Well, it's not just me. I got a few more associates of mine.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, like I said.
I don't want to step on your toes.
No.
Just introducing ourselves.
Getting Jane back is number one priority right now.
Absolutely. And one last thing. I apologize.
Sure.
Do you know of anything between her and Harris?
No.
Possible.
No, Jane's a good kid. Studies a lot. That's about it. I know she wants to. I know she wants to at least go to school for something. I don't know what, but mostly, like I said. But no, she's a good kid. Yeah, I don't know any history between the two of them. I don't even know if they cross paths.
Well,
Yeah, no. Anything else? Just
thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Take your hand back.
And if you need anything from us, we're currently staying at insert motel name here.
I'm terrible with motel names right now. Besides D&D ones.
Yeah. Motel 3.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no.
Super 7.
Super 7. There you go.
Super 7.
Super 7 Motel, and yeah.
Okay.
We're staying at the Super 7.
Absolutely.
And if there's if I need anything, can I
Absolutely.
Can I
Yeah,
call
no,
ya?
you can I'm here most days.
Okay.
I mean, I'll be out looking as well. helping
And
with the search.
what's your policy on carrying?
This is a hunting community, so
All right.
that enough said. I'm good.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I'll
Just
reel
don't
it
bring a, I don't know.
shotgun to a wedding.
Di-
People might get suspicious over what's
Just
going on with the bride and
just,
groom.
just a little bit.
Okay, so the rumors are true. I gotta call a buddy in Chicago, tell him he owes me $5.
Happy to help.
Do you validate? No.
Out of character.
I
Back in character.
Yeah, after that, as I'm walking out of the sheriff's station,
Sure.
I'm gonna do kind of like panning over desks to kind of look at quick glances of paperwork, see if I can catch a glimpse of clues. I'm sure it's gonna be a hard kind of spot.
Yeah, that'd be a hard spot hidden. You're looking for text.
Alrighty, so I got to roll under a 32.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, ooh, maybe
Okay.
17. That's a success.
Okay. So you on one of them is Sydney Harris's arrest record.
Ooh.
Yeah. Mostly theft and burglary. This would be his first kidnapping. Actually, he's definitely gone, quote unquote, gone up in the world. From just being a small town thug.
Does it show a picture of him?
Or
is this still
it would
early for
it
that?
would still be a bit early for that.
Okay. So Sydney Harris, theft, burglary, first kidnapping. All right. So yeah, I do a quick mental snapshot of that, and make my way out, and I try and find Probably Constance. She'd be the one who'd be outside. No, she went to the...
She went to the archives.
Yep, so...
She went to the newspaper. So you would actually be looking...
No one knows that yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's just trying to place you at the same time he would be done talking
Oh,
to
okay.
Jenkins. Yeah. So, yeah. No.
Yeah, I'll look for...
You can look for her. There's a crowd of people, so finding her would be a bit difficult.
At this point, I just look for anybody.
Sure. Okay. So while that was going on... Jack, you wanted to talk to Lucas Strong.
Yep.
Correct. Okay. So, Lucas Strong is contrary to his name, he's actually he's a very tall man. Roughly, I want to say 6'3", 6'4". Not built like a tank, but he's toned. Okay,
He's
so
a lot taller than me.
he's definitely a lot.
Because my size is 40.
He's roughly he would be roughly about 6'3", 6'4". So, but no, he's definitely a very lightly toned man. Older though, he probably would say late 50s. Not full gray white yet, but it is starting to peek through. And he's just currently. He's, talking to volunteers, giving descriptions of Jane, as you can hear these things as, you're approaching him. And he's like, are you a volunteer?
Yeah, so to some point, to some extent.
Absolutely, great. Like I was saying...
Detective Jack Ripley.
Lucas Strong.
I own a detective agency out in New York.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is business slow right now? That you're out here?
Currently working with an organization sent me out here saying the sheriff needed help on a case.
Oh, okay. Must be something important, but...
Yeah, I recently moved to Arkham.
Definitely smaller.
Yeah, definitely small. It was a good business opportunity.
Got it. What can I do for you there, detective?
Well, I heard about your problem.
It's definitely a problem.
I solve problems.
Oh, good. The sheriff said, and even the posters, I will pay $25 a day to anybody who wants to help, and there's a $5,000 reward for finding her.
If I want to help, I need info.
What sort of info would you like? I've given pretty much everything that I can about it.
Do you have any enemies?
Maybe tree huggers around here, mostly because I'm using a spot of land that I have purchased. There could be activists.
Agreed.
Okay. Not necessarily hippies.
Hey, man.
It was the first word to come to mind was tree hugger. So,
How about this mob guy, this
Sydney Harris?
Sydney Harris.
What about Sydney?
Is he one of those enemies?
No, Sydney Harris is a local thug. He pretty much picks on anybody that he can. You can definitely tell by his demeanor that the mere mention of him and the fact that he currently has Jane is going to agitate him. So, as your keeper, I would say press lightly.
Well, does he know your daughter in some way?
My Jane? Absolutely not. I would not have it.
You wouldn't have it? Or
no,
she wouldn't?
Hers... I would not allow Sydney Harris and my Jane to be in the same district if I could.
Well, kids can be a little rebellious these days, but...
Yes, I remember my rebellious days. Good time.
Whatever Daddy doesn't want to happen will happen.
History repeating itself, I'm aware. But yes, no.
So is there any possibility
that Jane ran off with Sydney?
I'm just trying to figure out how this could have happened. You keep a pretty short leash on your daughter from the gossip I hear. She's usually a pretty good girl.
Absolutely. She studies.
So,
she wishes to go to school.
How did he get his hands on her?
I don't know. And that is... greatly a problem and a question I would love answered. But also at the same time, I would love Sydney Harris's body found in some way, shape, or form, alive or dead. But it would be a great kindness if his body were to be found, brought back.
Can I check his bullshit on if he knew Sydney Harris or if that was that person?
Yeah, roll psychology.
Yep.
I will give you guys assess honesty as a skill.
I got a hard success.
Nice. No, he does not know terribly much about Sydney Harris,
Or if his daughter were
or if Jane would run off with, or if they have had any sort of contact. As of late, he's been more focused on getting the reservoir set up and making sure that is up and running. So he's mostly been work focused, but you do not know. He doesn't know, from what you can gather from his body language and his demeanor, that he would have any sort of information on if Jane and Harris were a thing.
All right. This reservoir that you're building.
Yeah, it's going to help dramatically with water problems. Mostly we're taking in water from, I want to say it's a nearby lake. Give me a second. I have a map. Yeah, it's a lake. That we're going to be recycling water, bringing it into the town. Vermont has been in a very, I guess, I don't want to say industrial, but a very unique situation where we can do better for the town, and this reservoir would greatly benefit our water problems.
Has construction been difficult?
Not lately. No, we haven't had any problems. Maybe a couple people against the idea of us cutting down trees in the forest, but there are more trees.
Yeah.
And I'm happily planting more.
That's very good of you.
Thank you. But yeah, no, I'm just trying to make Bennington
improve the quality of life.
Exactly. Make it better than it was when I came in. Sort of spiel.
What has Harris done before around town?
Harris is mostly known for thefts and burglary. Breaking and entering, stealing jewels, fencing him out, and
this is his first big felony, then, huh?
He has definitely made a dramatic jump from a small town criminal to the big leagues, as one might say.
Does he have any associates?
He has 2 associates. Give me a second. Yes, he has 2. He runs in a 3-man team. His friends, Eugene and Christopher, are his closest allies.
Okay.
Yeah. Sydney wouldn't be able to pull off nearly as many jobs, quote unquote, as he does without Eugene or Christopher to follow him.
What are they like? I'm guessing he's brains with his muscle?
Eugene is definitely the muscle. Christopher's, from what I gather, he'd be like the lookout man.
Good 3-man team. All right. Could I have a look at her room?
You want to?
Where was she kidnapped from? Your home, I'm assuming?
No.
I like your post there, Dale. As Pooh prepared to beam down, he suddenly realized he was wearing a red shirt.
Oh, poor Pooh.
Well, he is wearing a red shirt. Sorry.
Tear.
It's a very dangerous mission. It's likely one of us will be killed. Now the lining party should consist of myself, Mr. Spock, Dr. McCoy, and Ensign Ricky. Ah, crap.
From what I gather, at least witnesses from what people have actually told me, Jane was actually picked up on the street on the way home from school. I guess Harris is just looking for money, seeing as how I have a lot of it.
That's my original guess. Has anything weird been happening lately?
Weird as in...
Just out of the ordinary? Aside from the kidnapping, obviously.
Aside of the kidnapping? No. Bennington's a very quiet place. That's why I really like it. It's not hustle and bustle. It's not big city. It's not... I can actually think out here.
I can imagine.
If there's anything else, I have more people I need to conduct.
No, I've taken up enough of your time. Thank you.
I thank you as well for
I'll get to work.
helping. Absolutely. And yeah, he shakes your hand, says goodbyes, and you're able to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing Logan and Jack will meet up with each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
I come down and go, so, turns out Sidney Harris is just some two-bit thug.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing too. He runs a three-man crew. As Eugene was the muscle and Christopher who's more the lookout.
That wasn't covered in the arrest record.
I kind of figured.
Yeah.
So Eugene and what was the other one?
Christopher.
Okay.
But Daddy doesn't know anything about why his daughter was picked up. Apparently she was picked up on the way home from school.
Huh. So just random girl.
I don't think it was random. I'm positive they must have known who she was.
That's fair. Huh. Well, I do know...
But how they would jump from petty theft to a big felony like this is beyond me.
Opportunity. You see a candy bar no one's paying attention to, it's easy to just grab it. And, well, unfortunately, this candy bar has a dad with deep pockets. I will say this, though. I do want to visit the hospital. There's the two other policemen that are there injured. I kind of want to talk to them and find out if they knew anything more. Because apparently, from what I understand, Harris shot first. And apparently he seemed awful twitchy. Things were going really well until all of a sudden he said that either a branch snapped or some noise was made, and he snapped and started shooting. And after that, it was just a hail of gunfire. So I'm thinking probably talk to the other policeman. I suppose we have to wait till Constance comes back around and see if she learned anything from the townsfolk.
We can go interrogate them.
Well, I don't want to interrogate them. I just want to have a nice sit down.
Then leave it to me.
Interrogate you let off with interrogation. That makes me a little uncomfortable. These guys have been shot, and they're cops. Cops love to talk with other cops.
So they're vulnerable. Have less to hide.
Wow, you're really missing the opportunity that I'm allowing you to be, not like what you are. Just a little rude, come across a little hard, a little fast.
That's how we do things in New York.
You've never worked with a whole lot of cops, have you?
Oh, plenty. They don't like me, but plenty.
Yeah, then you should let me talk to these cops.
I was a cop.
Out of character. I thought your character was just a private eye.
No, he was a cop before he became a private eye. He left the force because he didn't like all the rules and stuff.
Oh, I thought it was just you're just a private eye. You just
no. He got training. That's why he's got a sidearm and everything.
Well, anybody could buy a gun.
Well,
This is
I know.
America in the 1920s.
Yeah, I know. But...
Very true. Hell, if you wanted to, you could have bought a Thompson.
Yeah.
Like,
that means.
Thompson
machine gun. Tommy gun.
Ah, Tommy gun.
It's like, don't worry, I got this. Same. Yeah. But anyway, but no, let me talk with some.
Is that one guy from LA Noire?
That one guy.
The main character who has only 3 settings: nice guy, asshole, and really big asshole.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'll talk with these cops. Besides, cops love talking to other cops, and I can flash my badge. We'll talk bullshit, and then
You're not a cop anymore.
They don't know that. How about this? I've been a cop longer than you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you've not been a cop for like a week.
Yeah. So the rules are still very up here. Well, the rules that I choose to follow.
Fine, I'm coming with, though.
That's fine. I'm just saying, if you open your mouth and I don't like what comes out of it, I'm going to make you leave the room.
You'll try.
Hey, remember that face of yours?
Yeah.
Do you want it to be any uglier than it is? Anyway.
So I guess you guys are going to Bennington General.
Well, I kind of want to wait to hear back from Constance.
Okay.
Yeah, we're waiting on Constance. Waiting on Connie.
Oh, God. She's going to stab you if you say that. Hey, Connie, how you doing? She comes up to you, just sucker punches you, goes into a full mount, just starts ground pounding you. Just like, I told you, you got to watch what you say, man.
Back in character.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus. So, after a little bit, Constance, you come back to the town meeting area.
Yep.
The police station.
So, Constance, what'd you find?
Not a whole lot.
Well, there's a lot of prospecting going on in the area, and I found the location of a particular cabin out in the woods that could conceivably be used as a hideout.
Huh.
Oh,
Well, that might be our first stop once we search.
yeah. How far out of town is it?
Blah.
We might need to get a car.
Like how far into the forest are we talking? Like a mile or two?
Okay, out of character. I'm turning to Trev on this. I did not pick that detail.
It is 15 to 20 miles
Into the forest?
into the forest.
Oh, God.
I covered this earlier when it was Constance's
Yeah.
time.
And that's when Logan goes, come by that again?
We're going to need a car.
No. I don't think you quite understand. There are no roads back there. It's trudging through the forest, 15 to 25 miles.
Well, if they're able to come and go from there so quickly, they must have a vehicle of some sort.
I don't think there's a road back there. I think
Doesn't need to be a road. We can get an off-roader.
there's no such thing
There's
as an
nothing
off-road.
as an ATV in the 20s.
If anything,
I had no
a
idea.
horse is the most off-road
Yeah.
you can
Fine.
get.
Maybe we can get a horse then.
Do you know how to ride a horse? Because I sure don't.
I can figure it out. It can't be that hard.
Wait, do I? Do I have any form of like
I don't
animal
think that's a
handling?
thing.
I don't think animal handling is the thing. Survival, maybe? Be the closest. Oh, natural world.
Ride.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, ride.
Yep.
Ride natural world.
Yeah.
How hard could it be?
I don't know.
You put on the saddle, you hold on for your life.
Do you even know how to put a saddle on?
No, I'm sure they can figure that out at the stable.
I think we should probably we do our homework first before we start just jumping onto a
We don't
horse.
have time for homework.
Well, yeah, you gotta get on the foot game. You gotta find out the whole story, and then you go in and investigate. You don't want to just jump into this thing cold.
I'm aware we've done our investigating.
No, we don't. I think we got a little bit more we can do before we can actually start going 25 miles into the middle of Vermont woods.
My worry here is that they're sending civilians at this thing. They're gonna be, if they find them, they're gonna get mowed down like fodder.
Well, I'll talk to the other two cops. We'll find out because if they took out this Eugene and Christopher character, and all that's left is Harris. Worst thing he can do is, we have a very unfortunate case of where we have to bring a father back his only child in a wooden box. But that's worst case scenario. Best case scenario,
I wouldn't let him hear you say that.
he's not around.
No, he's not. He's too preoccupied at the moment.
I mean, the only other thing would be we take Harris back 25 pounds heavier in lead.
Or we knock him out and bring him back alive.
As you guys are discussing this, somebody announces that the search parties will begin in about an hour.
All right, let's get going.
Head over to
Bennington General?
Bennington General.
Sure. So you arrive at Bennington General, talking to the main receptionist. She informs you that the two officers that were involved in the shooting currently just got out of surgery, and neither of them made it.
Oh, they passed.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You actually see Logan like kind of do one of those like. Like he actually is kind of
taken back by it a little
like
bit.
he's got hit a little hard. It's like he does ask one question though. He goes,
absolutely. What can I do for you?
How old were they?
30s.
Well, I mean, it's never easy, but
No.
I've known a few guys that just came out of the academy. Thank you.
Absolutely. Take care of yourself.
Maybe we go talk to some of the cops who were on the team or still around.
So by the time you guys get back to the police station, you have about half hour before search party start. You guys are advised if you need to gather anything to head to Arthur J. Spencer's Hardware and Gun Store if you need equipment.
Hardware, gun store.
Hardware and gun store.
Brake lines.
Sure.
Realignments.
Sure.
It's a small town.
But yeah.
Is that nearby the hotel?
It'd be along the same strip. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll stop at the hotel and I'll grab Melinda and
Sure.
How much ammo would I probably have taken?
Probably I would say about 50.
I'll take a box of 25.
Sure.
I'll open the box, pour the extras in my pockets.
Yeah.
I won't load it quite yet. I'll actually have the breech open, and I'll walk out there and I'll just go. I'll go walk out to Jack and Constance and go. What? I bought it.
A shotgun for this?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, might find a duck. You ever had duck?
Yeah, that should be after we find this guy.
I know, but
We don't want to spook him.
I've had duck before. It wasn't too bad. There's also a Chinaman who actually who made this thing called Peking duck. Well, there wasn't a head, but it's sure pretty delicious.
Okay.
It was kind of weird. You'd think if it was peeking, you'd see the eyes or something. I don't know. He doesn't get the concept that
Yeah, it's not
Peking duck.
It's Peking duck, not No, I get where you're going with.
So he's like, push comes to shove. First dibs. Kind of want to get rid of this guy. Not gonna lie.
Okay. So, by noon, various groups of volunteers have comprised around Town Hall. Or Town Square. Not Town Hall. Town Square. The sheriff is now kind of up on a podium directing each group to a general area of the forest in which to focus their search. You guys are together, of course. The idea is that the individual groups will form a noose that gradually tightens towards the center of the forest, kind of like a noose, like just
Search party.
yeah, search party circles.
Like fire line kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So yes, you guys start. So you are told to head east for about maybe a mile, and then start cutting your way northeast.
Where, from what Constance have found out, where about is this cabin?
Cabin is along that northeast line. It's the cabin sits roughly about where the county border line is.
Okay.
Awesome. We'll head there.
Okay.
At least as far as we can. I mean,
Yeah, as far as you can. It's roughly noon. Right, it is about noon right now. So you guys can cover a bit before probably having to camp.
Yeah.
I pulled my gun. Sure, we're walking.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
So
At this point, I would be carrying like the shotgun like in the crook of my arms, and I just load the chamber, but I keep the breech open, so that basically it's like kind of thing.
yeah. So heading east. So you guys, you are directed to head east first for about a mile or two, and then start cutting up northeast. So you guys will be heading east at the moment.
Thick forest, I'm assuming.
As of right now, it's a gradual thickness.
Okay.
First starting off, it's not too terribly dense, but as soon as you hit roughly mile marker, it starts to get pretty thick.
Okay.
So,
As we're making through the woods, like, you ever read the book Robinson Crusoe?
No.
Man had a machete cutting through the jungle.
Why didn't you get one while you were at the shop?
I didn't stop at the shop. I just grabbed my gun.
so, how long would it take to go a mile? Not much.
Through thicker...
Taking your time and actually starting to search for things. I would say it takes you, I would like to say about half hour, 45 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
To go about a mile. And as you progress east, you start to come up across, it's a lighter patch of forest. It's gotten pretty dense when you get towards, like I said, the half mile, quarter mile, mile marker. But you've entered somewhat of a lesser dense portion of this forest. And if you guys would like to roll spot hidden for me, please.
Success.
Sure. I got a crit.
No,
one.
Nice. Yes, please write the C next to the sky.
And
Constance.
I'm on it.
I know, we see you typing.
Ooh.
God, I suck tonight.
Yeah, it's okay. You're just rolling high. You're getting them out now.
The random number generator gods are not currently happy right now
no.
for some reason.
Yeah, for some strange reason. Okay, so Logan and Jack, you guys notice that there are a variety of various footprints in this area. Yeah. You find dirt trackings. You find broken branches, holes in trees. You start to kind of get the idea that this is where the shootout happened from the previous night.
I look around for shell casings, actually.
Sure, absolutely. And I'm not going to make you roll spot hidden again. You rolled well enough. So scattered over the site is evidence from the events of the previous night. Discarded shotgun shells, bullet casings, bullet holes in trees, stumps, and a couple of heavy blood stains where the police officers were shot.
Go to look for anything weird that might have spooked. What's his name?
Roll survival. That's survival or natural world.
Yeah.
Take your pick.
I'm just looking
They're
at
both the same for me, so.
Yeah. Survival or natural world.
Oh, yes! 4. Success. Okay. I'll do that on natural world. Survival.
Whichever one you want. So, yeah. No,
Can I do both?
No.
Or the shot.
No.
Juan or the other.
So, kind of looking around, you can definitely tell where, like, people were stomping and running and trying to hide and crawling even. But the one thing that you do notice is that it's not about the shootout. It's actually about the area around you. It's very still and, like, ominously quiet. You don't hear, as of right now, you don't hear birdsong, you don't hear the snapping of leaves, you don't hear people talking in the distance. It is ominously and just kind of a little bit eerily quiet.
Can I sense anything here? When
he's looking through the woods, all I can think of is a hobbit lay here, and the other.
Yeah, so good. Oh man. You want to sense something?
I don't know. It's like,
as in what, like magic?
I don't know.
Or
I have no idea. I'm just it's like
spitballing ideas.
Yeah, trying to.
Sure.
Yeah, got it.
That gnat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, be quiet for a minute. Do you hear that?
So, as you guys kind of stand still and kind of take in your surroundings. Yes, out of character.
Out of character. What?
Anyway. So, yeah, like I said, as you guys, like, stand still, kind of settle in place and try to make as little as movement as humanly possible. Logan and Constance, you guys notice that it is also very eerily and ominously quiet. Like, you don't hear anything around you outside of maybe a gentle breeze in this forest. Besides that, it's you could literally hear a pin drop
Goats.
on grass.
It's goats.
Oh my god, there is no fucking goats!
Yep.
However, if you guys would like to progress, I would need survival or tracking.
I already rolled that, I thought.
Yes. For determining what spooked them. Nice try, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nope.
This one I am gonna.
Nope.
Nope. I am gonna take my mulligan.
That's fine.
Ooh, that might work.
I'll save mine.
Damn it. Wait. No, it didn't work. Fuck.
What?
I rolled. I rolled a 10,
Yeah.
and I was hoping I would roll low on this, and then I would just spend like a luck point or two.
Oh, wait. Track is a skill.
Yep.
What?
Sorry, track. That's what I
Oh.
need. Just roll it again.
Oh, roll it again?
Yeah, roll it again.
Okay,
I gave you the wrong.
Nope.
So mulligan is reinstated?
Yeah, your mulligan's reinstated.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave you the wrong skill. My apologies.
Ooh. That might happen again. Oh yeah, I'm spending the luck on that one.
Okay.
That's a 14, and I need a 10 to do that, so I'm down to luck of 26.
Sure.
So I'm spending the 4 points.
I do need to reiterate another rule. Pushing.
Oh,
Skills.
yes, that's
You
right.
can push skills. Essentially, go above and beyond your natural failure, but it does come with consequences. By the by. Just letting you guys know, you can push rolls if you want to succeed. Like, if this is a necessary.
Do we push before we roll or after?
It would be after.
It would be
It's like
after.
you failed.
Like,
oh,
you
I'm
fail
gonna
it, like,
try
I'm
and-
gonna... But you have to give me a reason. You have to, like, quote-unquote, convince me your character... How your character or why your character would push this roll.
Okay.
But, that besides the point.
So I succeeded.
Sure. So, Dale, did you roll track?
No, I did not, because I was playing around with my headphones. I didn't hear you call for that.
It's
Hold
okay. Yeah, if you could roll track for me, please.
on. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I know it's like a 10% chance base. But
Yeah, that's why I took my mulligan.
You never know.
Or not my mulligan,
You
but
never know.
my luck points.
yes.
Nope.
Close enough. Yeah. So, you do find heavier footprints and also bloodstains leading into the forest in a northeastern sort of direction. You find evidence of 2 men running.
So that would be the possible Eugene and Christopher?
It could be any of the 3. It could be any of Sydney Harris or Sydney Harris.
Well, they said Sydney was there, so Sydney would have to be one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right.
Sydney or Chris or Eugene. One of
So
the 3.
I
or
point
2 of the 3.
I point the direction the footprints and blood trail is going.
All right.
And I go that way.
All right. Be on the lookout.
So
Okay.
start making our way downtown, walking fast.
Sure. So, after the next few...
Please don't be too loud. Damn it.
I will know here in a second, and I'll probably just cut that part out anyway.
Yeah, it was one of the gnats.
That's fine. So...
Yeah.
Baff. So, for the first few hours of trekking through this forest, heading more northeast, trying to follow the tracks, you guys get an eventual glimpse of a deer running through thickets.
Don't even think about it.
Because it is summer, how are you guys dressed?
I probably would have rolled up my pants because I don't have any hunting gear.
No, I get it.
So I probably would have rolled up my pants. Probably would have unbuttoned my shirt and just going off of standard noir kind of thing. Every detective wears a nice coat. Sure. So I probably would have slung the coat over my other shoulder as we're walking through, so I'm not getting too hot.
Okay.
Or so that I wouldn't get too hot.
Sure. Absolutely.
I'm doing the same thing.
Okay. Constance, how are you dressed?
Bikini, crop top.
Daisy Dukes.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway. Constance? Oh, he's muted. Okay, we'll get back to Constance.
He's pooping.
Okay. Okay, good to know.
Pooping. I was pooping.
Can you guys make listen checks for me, please?
Look, listen.
Success.
Hard success.
Nice. So yeah, just kind of listening around, you do hear, like, rustling, but you kind of chalk it up to the deer that you just saw.
Deer,
squirrels. Yeah, deer, squirrels, various animal legs. It's very...
Is it so quiet, though?
No, because we can hear the animals.
It's not quiet anymore, mostly because of nature. Now there's light songbirds. Okay. Yeah, it's not too terribly noisy, but it is definitely, there's something audible. So actually, can you guys roll spot hidden for me?
One of my better ones.
There you go.
Ooh, barely a success, but a success.
Nope.
Okay.
I had a 30, and then the second die knocked the off down to a 70.
Yeah.
Mine it started at 60, and I rolled a 2, and I have to beat a 65. So, it's actually one of the ones I upgraded. So that actually is a benefit. Oh, what I wouldn't give for a roll like that. And a lemon.
Okay.
Lemon.
Phil.
Yes.
Roll dodge.
Oh shit. Ooh boy. Oh no. Ooh. Success.
Okay. So you hear a loud
get down! And I immediately hit the deck. And then
Joe. You hear the large, but this one goes wide.
And I yell, "Sydney, is that you?"
What? And as you hear the what, you spot two figures, bright color clothing.
Oh, hunters?
Hunting party. Yes, that's why I asked you guys what you were wearing. Like they hold up like their hands and all sorts of jazz. Rifle in one hand above his head. A father and his son come walking out of the forest.
Oh Jesus!
I just
I had my pistol on. Oh.
I got shotguns pointed down. Like, look, I'm a little razzled right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
terribly sorry.
Okay.
I'm terribly sorry. I'm just...
He's having
You
little...
gotta...
He's having little flashbacks before. His heart's going real hard right now. A little bit of shell shock. He's just like,
How's it going, gents?
Well, I almost shot you in the head, so...
Yeah.
All right.
About that. Well, sorry.
Excuse me, sir. Y'all hear about the Sidney Harris shooting last night?
Lots of gunshots, middle of the
I
night.
heard something coming from the south, but I didn't really. So, like, I heard something coming from the south, but I just couldn't put it together. We've been, me and my boy and a friend of mine, have been out here for like the past 3 days.
Well,
Just hunting.
Sidney Harris kidnapped Mr. Strawn's daughter.
Oh.
Girl by the name of Jane.
So
local girl, right?
they're hiding out in
Okay.
these woods, so we're looking for them.
Oh.
Yeah,
You'll probably run into a lot of other people out here too.
Oh,
The same.
good to know.
Yeah, we're following a blood trail. They may have been injured. And,
I thought I heard some rustling last night. I didn't want to, spook a bear or nothing.
probably was our
Probably
perpetrator.
was your assailant. My apologies for not taking a look. But
No, it's you had no idea. But
It's okay.
the pulls out flask, takes a swig to calm nerves, and just goes, "Well,
yeah, we haven't ventured too terribly far. But yeah, no, we've been out here for about 3 days.
we
Anything weird happening out here?
our partner over here knows about or read up about a cabin, kind of in this area that people like to
I
use.
know there's a cabin. It's way out there though. You guys are it's gonna be about another, probably I would say 12 miles.
Right.
I mean, it is getting kind of late now, but
Yeah, we'll probably need to set up camp.
I mean, now that I know that you're out here, we won't. We'll keep an eye out. And then he kind of rustles into his pack and pulls out a couple beanies, or the equivalent of a beanie. They're very brightly colored. It's like orange and yellow.
bright
color clothing in order to signal that
bright
you are not
orange.
game. Yeah, it's like bio orange. So here's these. You're gonna probably want them. So if Brian and his son are out, they're in this area somewhere. I haven't seen them for like a day, but they venture off. They go out and Brian's trying to teach his son how to hunt. That's what I'm trying to teach my youngin' here, George, and I'm Alistair, by the way.
Jack.
No, very nice to meet you once again. Sorry about
Logan,
almost
and
shooting
that's
your ears
Constance.
off. Good, ma'am. And but yeah, no, we'll know that you're not game.
I look down at his boy and I go, "Your daddy teach you how to shoot that, right?"
Yes, sir. You notice that it is a 30-06 bolt action rifle.
Springfield.
Yeah, it's
probably.
good shit.
I look at his boy and I go, "It's a nice weapon your pappy's got there."
Well, thank you.
That's big.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's no.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a little guy.
We just learned about aughts and for wiring.
Nice.
So
I want to let you know, kid, your daddy's got an excellent shot. It's a good thing my head wasn't where he wanted to shoot.
Sir,
I'm very happy to.
Sir, I wanted to ask, have you seen anything weird in these woods lately?
But weird in these woods.
Out of the ordinary.
I saw an alien crash nearby.
I mean, it's been really quiet.
Yeah.
We've seen maybe 2 deer in 3 days.
That's weird.
Oh, great. But
For an area that's heavily forested.
yeah, you'd think there'd be more game out here. I do know that the closer you get to the lake, the less there are. That's the
Where's
only...
the lake? Is it near the cabin?
The lake. Let me pull up my map really quick. The lake is probably the lake is gonna be about a mile or two east of the cabin.
Okay,
Or
so
the
pretty
highway.
close.
Yeah, you're getting there. Yeah, you're getting there.
Any
So.
weird, any rumors about the lake? Anything weird?
Not really. Like I said, there's not a whole lot around it. Well, besides the new reservoir that's going up over there. But yeah, no, we've mostly been keeping around this area the last couple days, mostly because my boy got a little scared at night. It happens. I get it.
I can imagine.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
You okay there, sport?
Yeah, I'm okay. And he gets a little sheepish, knowing that his dad kind of told you guys he got scared, and he doesn't want to be seen as like a weakling to you guys. But
I pat his shoulder. It's okay, man. We all get scared. I get scared.
Mm-hmm.
I almost pissed myself when your daddy shot at us.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would have to. I don't mean to laugh. I'm not
No, it's okay. It's funny.
Yeah, no.
I bet old Logan here did piss himself.
Did you pee yourself, mister?
Son, I need you to cover your ears for a second.
Okay. And he literally plugs his ears.
I looked at the gentleman. I go, I want to apologize for the language that I'm about to use in front of your. Sorry. Hold on. Hold on.
Gotta get that out.
In the 1920s vernacular, my character basically tells you to get fucked.
Oh,
okay.
come on. Just make the kid feel better.
Yeah, anyway.
Relax.
I just look at the kid and go.
Oh, okay.
But it was in a lot of expletive languages.
No, George notices the hand gesture, so that'd be about it.
Yeah.
But no, it's not like I'm afraid of the dark. I'm not afraid of the dark, and he kind of puffs up his chest a little bit. But it was really weird. We're having like really weird dreams.
Oh, like what?
Like I was drowning.
Would this be an occult thing?
For dreams?
I have no idea. Weird dreams suddenly happening in the middle of the...
Nightmares are a thing.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Nightmares.
I just really want to use my occult skill.
I get it. Believe me, I know.
Oh, you want to use your occult skill? I want to
use
be a
my
pilot.
Yeah, this is true. I want to use my shotgun.
I put my 70 into pilot.
Yeah, true. Anyway,
Will I ever get to use it? Probably not.
No.
But I took it.
Yeah.
We're playing Call of Cthulhu. I think a cult would be...
Well,
out of character. I'm going to gently get you
Yeah.
to that point.
No, I know.
But as of right now, I'm actually throwing a bit more of the weird shit at you.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's going to be a gentle caress into Cthulhu. I'm not going to boot you off a cliff like I did with World of Darkness.
Into the maws of Cthulhu, just...
Into the nice warm chasm of his mouth, Cthulhu.
Yeah.
tries to pull a Hellboy and has a bunch of incendiary grenades. I'm like, yeah, buddy, come and eat me. Shming.
Yeah, no. Anyway, back in character.
No.
Yeah, no, it's like dreams of just like drowning. It's really, and Alistair kind of looks and passes him on the shoulder. This is really unsettling. He was telling me about it.
Sounds like it.
Well,
so yeah, no, we won't get in your guys' way. We just want to have a nice trip.
Yeah, no, we're
their
detectives
boys.
from out of state who were brought here for this investigation.
Okay. Well, if you do see Brian, Brian and Arthur, that's his little boy. You can't miss Brian. He's a big old. He has a big old Texan hat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just
that
hope
he
they
brought
didn't
with
run
him.
into the
what do they call them? 5 gallon.
10
10
gallon.
gallon.
10 gallon.
gallon hat.
That's what they call
I
it.
just hope they didn't run into our boys out here.
Yeah. Oh, there was one other thing. There's a group of kids from the local university. I think they're artists. They had like painting easels and stuff. I think they're out here, like, painting nature.
What do you mean?
They have painters. Like, painters paint things.
Did you see what they were painting?
It's like trees and sticks and stuff. It was like nature, landscapey stuff.
Oh, okay.
They came from the university.
And where's the university?
Well, actually, these kids came from the University of Boston.
Oh.
Yeah, they're working on some assignment like painting wildlife and landscapes and shit.
Wonder
like
why they
that.
came over here for that. There are plenty of other places along the way.
Well, this is a really large forest.
Yeah.
It's a very large forest in Vermont. Who wouldn't want to go on vacation, get away from your parents
exactly.
for a couple days?
I once saw Picasso. Wait, no, Picasso was later.
Yes, Picasso was later.
I once saw
Van Gogh.
a Monet, whatever. I was like, why'd they paint that? It's just a bunch of people sitting in a park. Hey, artists will be artists.
No, we bumped into them a couple days ago. Said if we headed up back their way, stopping for some coffee. But you can keep an eye out for them if you want. Just make sure that they know that you guys are kind of around, so they don't get spooked.
We gotta be careful. Make sure that they didn't come into contact either.
Now, there was this one British chap that I remember back in the war.
Is this gonna be relevant?
No, he was an artist with a rifle.
Oh God.
Man never missed a shot. It was quite frankly a little unnerving that the man he never missed.
Sure.
Then again, he did smoke like 4 pipes a day and would insist on having tea at noon.
That hypocrite smoked 2 packs a day.
Mm-hmm.
No. Beastie Boys.
Oh, I didn't catch the reference right away.
So, if there's anything else, I kind of want to get back to my trip with my boy, please.
Oh yeah, of course.
Any...
Just be on the lookout for anyone else out here searching.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mr. Strong put out a bounty for anyone who can bring in this guy, but I'm a little afraid of having civilians out here searching for this guy. So
we're pretty well hidden.
All right, yeah, good. Just don't try and go after him yourself.
Not a problem.
Okay.
Nope, I just wanna hunt me some game, head back home.
All right.
Cook up some venison. It'll be gonna be good.
Sounds good.
Offer him a cigarette.
He takes it.
All right.
That's one of.
Well,
Don't tell your mom. He's like, okay.
You're a good lad, kid.
so kid's probably, I'm assuming, like 10 years old kind of
He,
thing.
George is 14.
Oh,
Yeah, George is 14.
I just about when I'm about to put my case away, I go,
No.
all right, fair enough.
His mother will kill me.
Women folk, right?
Constance looks at you with an eye.
Kiss your secretary with that mouth?
Yeah.
Hey guys, Trevor here. I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode of 1001 Cthulhian Nights. I'm definitely sure that I did, as well as my gaming group. So stay tuned for our next episode entitled Amongst the Ancient Trees. If you do like what you hear and you'd like to hear more, and kind of want to stay updated when I post new videos, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great evening.